Happy Friday sews, everyone. This is Doreen from More Creative Clothing. Welcome to my sewing channel. Here's a sip for today. I like to take a sip every morning from one of my cups. They're so much fun. I'm in my sewing studio every morning. Gotta have a latte in my cup. Numb. So, today I'm going to show you what I've been up to lately. I've got a few garments for you, so if you're interested to watch, come along with and I'll show you what I've been doing. First of all, this is the pattern, Butterick 6417. That guy down there, or this guy up here, either or. That's what I'm working with. I think maybe, yeah, no, sorry. I'm working with just view A and B. I'm cut out the sleeves, so that was the whole thing, is cutting off the sleeves, because I'm finding I don't need sleeves a whole lot anymore. I tend to always be doing this anyway, so why not sew as long of a sleeve? So this guy, I will let you know, it's not that old of a pattern. Someone had it in my sewing group, and they used it, and it was so cute. So I went, I'm gonna try this. So I just made this one just recently, just like a couple of days ago, and very easy to work with. All I had were the normal challenges of my body type, except for one thing. So the one thing is, they have you, if I remember right, they have you use this fabric here as a lining. They have you cut out more than one of these. It's too heavy. So I suggest, if you want to do something here, use a lining. Something, and then maybe even don't do anything. I didn't do anything, and I don't think anybody cares. The other thing I did is I tacked it. Let's see if I can jump up on this thing and show you a little bit better. So yeah, I tacked it down right here so that it would stay down. Otherwise, you bend down, and this thing was bending down with it. So yeah, tack it down in place. Okay, so that was one thing. For me, the two things that were really fitting of my body type, I'm kind of shallow. I come in a little bit more than most people. So what I do is I make a cut all the way across. I make a cut, and then once the pattern is slit, you take the bottom half and bring it up and tape it down. Mainly it's coming up about 1/2 of an inch, and that makes it so this is securely down to my chest area. That works. The other thing is, in the back, I've got scoliosis of the back, meaning my spine is a bit curved. This is me being straight, and it's still a little bit of a curve. So this back here, where it had the pleats, bring it up, meaning this is the line. See it where you guys can see. This is a line drawing, and I literally wrote that with a pen. I drew that in. So that bottom half, what you do is, where you see that, where I've drawn, pencil that in, cut that much deeper down in the bottom half, in this bottom part, cut that down, and then bring it up. Cut it down as much as you can safely bring it up, so that you don't have to interfere with the the arm area, and I didn't have to do anything. There's no problem. So it's just bring it up a little bit, and it works fine. So that's, I'm trying to think, I don't think there's anything else that I had to do. No, that's good. Okay, so I'll be back to show you my next one. Okay guys, this is the next one. This I was trying to replicate a ready-to-wear sweater that I had. It didn't turn out that well, so but I basically had the bulk of this. I had most of it kind of, the basis of it done. It had, though, a boat neck that I was trying to replicate, but this didn't work. It wasn't stiff enough. There's two sides to this. It's doubled up, but it just didn't work. And I went, what am I going to do? So what I did was, I was at a sewing retreat at the time, and I go, guys, what am I going to do? And they said, hey, okay, first of all, this I figured out on my own. Good or bad, I just said, I can fold this over to reduce some of the bulk. So I just put a button in there. Just put one in. It's fine. Then I just sewed this in here, and then this came through that little tunnel that I sewed and created. So that is basically coming through this. And this is not any big deal here. I literally cut into the fabric. No one's gonna care, no one's gonna notice. So there's not a nice little sewing machine, and I didn't do a buttonhole or anything. I just simply made a little cut, and it will be fine. I probably will put it on gentle wash, and I won't wash it a whole lot. Hopefully not. So I will get up on this. There's nothing more really. It just goes straight down. So that's about it. Yeah, there's nothing else to show. In the back, there's just straight on down. Okay. That's about all there is to that. It's just a sleeve like this. So making this thing was really very simple, because it was just cut this out, put the sleeve in, attach this thing. I did it basically to the ready-to-wear top that I had. It was very simple up until this wouldn't work. But it's done. It's good. I kind of like it. By the way, the fabric is from S.R. Harris. For anybody in Minnesota, you know where this is. Coming up with the next one. This one is hard for me to know exactly which pattern I used. It mainly came from Pinterest. That's the idea I came from. If I could find the Pinterest idea, if I can find it online, I'll show you. But it was just, okay, I'll say, for the most part, I used this guy, just, it's just that. But then what I did is, you just cut it, instead of all this neckline being so far up, just cut it down. That's all I did. No problem. Cut it down. I used, the French, hang on, I'll show you what I used here. I used this guy to help me to cut this through and make a nice little, to make the, to bring this down. And just made a neckline, and then I'll show you the bottom, because that's I was just trying to make this a deeper cut. It's okay. I'll wear it. It's really no big deal. It looked a whole lot cooler in Pinterest, but you know, it just didn't turn out that cool. So it's just a simple thing in the back, just like just a cut off dress. So, yep, that's it. It's it's fine. I guess I'm just showing it to you guys because um, it's nice to go out there and try other things. This was okay. And it's fabric that I really couldn't have cared less about, and that's what's kind of nice is to use fabric that you don't care about that much. I've had it around for a long time in my stash. Used it up. It was great. So I will wear it, and it's spring coming up, so I'll wear it. Okay, my last thing coming up here. I haven't done this much before, but just thought I'd share part of my life with you guys in sewing. I'll show you what I bought in patterns, just because, why not? It's something that I needed. I tend to go back, I get an idea and then I go to my patterns to try to manipulate them as much as possible. Well, I mess up a lot of patterns. So this I got. This is going to be great for doing this type of a dress. I've tried to do it. This will be much easier to do, to work with it. Yeah, I like this one. Obviously, I got these on sale at Joann's. I know I should never do this. I've got a wider, that's the widest part of me is my hip, and I love this type of thing. I know I'm going to try this again. I've tried it before, and it didn't look good, but I'm a glutton for punishment, and I'm going to try it again. So that's the way it goes. And I know I'm going to like this one here. This guy I'm going to do mainly because it's got the collar. And I did this one before, but it didn't have a collar in this one. I loved the dress that I got out of this one. I loved it. But I wanted the collar really bad. And this one it just had other things going on that I didn't want to deal with. And maybe I'll try this one and mimic, and I'll see, because I love how the rest of the dress looked on me from here on down. I love the look. So I'll just kind of put this on top of here in the body, but then I get to use the top the way I want it. So that's why I bought this one. That should work really great now that spring has hit. And then, you guys all know this pattern. This has been used and used and used. But once again, mine has been cut to death. So I can use this again because I would like to be able to have a short one just like that to wear around the house. I would love that. So instead of having to do the work on my own, just use it like this. So that's all I got for this week. I hope you enjoyed seeing my work. Next week I'll show you a few more things because I'm always creating, because I love to create. See you next time. Bye, guys.